Hi Gemini, welcome to your November read. I'm using a couple of different oracle decks today, but before we get to them, let's see what your Celtic cross spread has for you. Wow, we have the Lovers in the heart of your spread. Oh my goodness, crossed by the Tower. Okay, we've got the Ace of Swords at the bottom, the Sun in your recent past. These are beautiful energies. The Ten of Pentacles in your crown. Two of Swords in your near future. Interesting. Two of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Swords. All right. Queen of Pentacles, and in your outcome, the Knight of Cups. Someone else had the Knight of Cups in the outcome position. It's a nice promising energy there. Bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Pentacles. That's all about self-sufficiency, self-reliance, security and abundance. The Strength and the Eight of Pentacles under there as well. I feel like you've worked really hard to put yourself in a position of this Nine of Pentacles, this sense of self-sufficiency, of self-reliance, of independence, of really enjoying where you are in your life. You've worked hard to put yourself here. You've built up your strength and resilience. You've kind of earned your place in the world. And I can already see the story that's playing out. As soon as I saw that tower crossing the Lovers, I had a suspicion about what I might see. And this is giving me an even clearer picture. Before we get into that story though, let's have a look at these oracle cards. So the first deck I'm using is the Starseed Oracle, and your card is Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, Wild card. That is so cool, and it's so matching what I'm seeing as your story that's playing out here. The main key I want you to pay attention to though, well, there are two really. Doors are opening, and the you decide piece, that's really key. There are decisions here and you get to decide. It's up to you which path you take. But whatever you decide, there are going to be rewards. Doors are opening. You have created such a beautiful life for yourself. I can feel that you don't want things to change. You don't want to upset the apple cart, but better things might be around you, or you might just have the possibility to welcome something into this beautiful sanctuary you've created for yourself. So it's not about sacrificing your hard-earned freedom and abundance and security. It might just be about sharing it in some way. But we'll get into that again. These are definitely in alignment, those two messages. Okay. The other oracle deck I'm using today is the Sacred Spirit Oracle. I love the backs of these cards. It's so beautiful. You have Third Eye Vision. Reclaim your mind. Ooh, that's powerful. Okay. Reclaim your mind. I suspect the relevance of this is going to come in as we move towards the latter part of your read. So I won't go into that too much, but that third eye vision, that's very much talking about your intuition, which is actually a key part of that Two of Swords energy. Again, we're going to get to that, and I'll elaborate a little more on what I'm picking up from those overarching energies when we go through the read. Your recent past, this Sun card, there's been some joy, there's been some success in your life recently. This is such a beautiful place from which to begin your November story. And this is feeding that Nine of Pentacles energy and vice versa. That Nine of Pentacles energy is feeding your joy. There's something in your world. It might not be in all aspects of your life, but there's something that's given you a sense of joy, satisfaction, and a little bit of a sense of pride in yourself for how far you've come. That joy, that sense of celebration. The sun is shining on you. It has been shining on you. It's made it feel like you don't want things to change. You've worked hard to get here, as I said, and I feel like you don't want things to change. You're enjoying this space right now. But as we saw with this portal, doors are opening. This Lovers card in the heart of your spread, this is indicating that some kind of choice is either coming your way or it has already made its appearance. This is a high level choice. That means that it could have far-reaching consequences, or it could touch you quite deeply. It could get really deep into your heart. It's the Lovers. There's going to be some emotions connected with this. That mountain there in the background, that's indicating that this has the potential to elevate you, to lift you to a whole new level. And it's being watched over by this angel. So you know you're not in this alone. But the key with the Lovers card is that when a choice is laid before you, always follow your heart. It might not always be clear what our heart is saying. Sometimes our noisy surface emotions get in the way and masquerade as our heart speaking to us. But if you can go nice and deep, your heart will speak to you. And what I want to make sure you understand is this doesn't feel, as I said before, this doesn't feel like it needs to be a sacrifice. This energy of the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles, this sense of satisfaction and a state of contentedness that you've earned in your life doesn't need to be sacrificed just because something new is coming your way, just because new doors are opening. But you do get to decide this. You've got the angels watching over you. This sun in the background is also shining on you. This is promising you that that sun is going to keep shining on you no matter what choice you make, but do follow your heart. Don't allow the fact that you're being presented with something new freak you out so much that you don't make any choices. This tower is in your challenge position. You are just dreading the possibility that this life that you've built for yourself is going to come crumbling down if you're not really careful. There's just something about this choice being presented to you that's kind of thrown you for a loop. I honestly don't have any indication of which choice you should make. You've got the Two of Swords in your near future as well. These two both are pointing at this choice. I feel this is a much lower choice. I feel like you're going to progressively get in your head with this more and more. You've got the Nine of Swords in your external factors. We'll get to that as well. But basically, this tower as your challenge is asking you not to catastrophize this situation. It's not as big an issue as I think you might start making it. You're feeling the weight of it. Like I said, this has the potential to have far-reaching consequences for you. It could be a love match. It could be the offer of a fabulous new job overseas, but you've got a fabulous life here. Whatever it is, it has the potential to kind of disrupt your life in some way. But that doesn't mean that you're actually going to lose this independence and this sense of comfort and contentedness and security and this joy that you've built up for yourself and worked really hard to attain. It's just something that's going to possibly be welcomed into your life that could actually expand this joy. If you had been sitting in this Nine of Pentacles for a really long time, you might eventually get to the Four of Cups, which is a state of dissatisfaction and boredom. At that point, you'd welcome this kind of lover's energy, this tower energy to bring some change in. But because you feel like you've maybe just started realizing how good this feels for you, maybe it was like you had a breakup at some point in your past and you've just started feeling really good about being single. You're loving your life. You've got friends. You've got a great job. You're living somewhere that you love. You've got a beautiful pet. All of these things feel really good. And suddenly someone's come into your life who you're feeling really drawn to. And the potential for a relationship is there. That's kind of the energy that I get with the lovers. The potential for a new relationship is really positive, but it also has the potential to really disturb the sense of singledom, the single life that you've created for yourself that you're really comfortable in. Basically, this is saying don't get in your head about it. Don't catastrophize. Whatever you decide, whether you decide to follow this relationship or stick with your singledom, and of course it doesn't have to be a relationship. That's just the most obvious decision that comes up with the Lovers card. As I said, it could be about a job or a move or anything at all that has the potential to challenge your status quo. But regardless of what decision you make, whether you step through this portal onto a new path or you let this new opportunity go and just stay with what you have, this angel is not going to abandon you. That sun is going to keep shining on you. So try not to catastrophize this. This is actually looking really, really positive. Remember, this is up to you. You decide here. Rewards, wild card. That's what this feels like. It's a wild card that comes in. It has the potential to be extremely rewarding. But as you can see, it does have the potential to change the things that you've got in place already that you're really enjoying. We'll have a look at the rest of the spread. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm going to get a clear answer on which path you should take. It does feel like you're being asked to make this decision for yourself, for what is right for you. And whatever decision you make, it does feel like you're going to be completely fine. All right. And what I'm getting as well, just so you know, with this third eye vision, this is asking you to put your intuition onto it. Trust that intuition to guide you in this decision making. Okay, the crown of your reed, you have the 10 of Pentacles. This is just kind of reiterating what I was feeling with that 9 of Pentacles. There's a sense of security and abundance, and it's like you've built a legacy for yourself that you're really proud of, and that everyone around you is proud of. There's a connection with family, whatever family means for you. There's a sense of family and belonging, and there's an abundance that comes with that. Doesn't need to be like financial abundance, but there is this feeling of abundance around you right now. You just feel like you have everything you need, and this coming in, this new possibility is really shaking things up. I'm feeling like at the conscious level, if you can hold this 10 of Pentacles, if you can hold this space of knowing you have everything you need, and that whatever's coming in could just be the cherry on top, or something that you disregard, if you can maintain that steadiness, you'll be less likely to get caught up in your head regarding this decision. You've got everything you need around you. Someone or something new coming in is not going to take that away. It might change things up a bit, but you're always going to have this around you. That 10 of Pentacles it has that legacy energy, which means it's not going to just disappear. It's there to support you throughout your life. Bottom of the spread, you have the Ace of Swords. That is letting you know that if you can tap into that third eye vision, into that intuition, it's asking you to reclaim your mind. That's what this Ace of Swords is letting you know. You might get caught in your thoughts. You can get on top of those thoughts. This is up to you. And at the subconscious level, this is letting you know that the universe can provide you with inspiration and new ideas and really open up that crown chakra. But because it's below the surface right now, it's sort of being blocked by this catastrophizing tower situation. The fact that you're getting stressed about this or anxious about it is actually blocking your access to this higher wisdom and this intuition that's available to you right now. The way to bring this to the surface, we've got this Two of Swords in your near future, is to go quiet, to quiet your senses and to quiet your emotions. This is very much asking you to take time to meditate, to take yourself away from this situation and stop thinking about it for a while, and to tune in to that intuition. That's what that moon is there for. And these swords are pointed straight up. It's indicating this choice that you have, these two directions, but it's also asking the universe to provide you with information from high above. So get out of your lower mind and receive higher wisdom. Those two swords pointing straight up to the sky, calling that higher wisdom in. And the ocean behind, it's calming the emotions, but it's also about being in the flow. We got a lot of messages last month about being in the flow state. That's carrying over in November. This is asking you to get into that flow state, get out of that catastrophizing state. It's really not as scary as it seems. If you can go nice and quiet your emotions, quiet your thoughts, this intuitive gift, this promise of insight and inspiration from the universe can rise to the surface, and you will start to see clearly. You'll be able to remove that blindfold and see what path to take, what path is right for you. Again, I keep coming back to this portal. It is a wild card, but you decide what to do here. And I can feel that that's why this is stressful for some of you, having the pressure of needing to be the one to decide, not having someone tell you what to do. That can actually make it challenging. But what this is trying to say is that there's no right or wrong here. Whatever you decide is the right choice for you. This is a wild card. This is not about you making a decision that's going to lead you on a path away from your destiny or away from the life that you want for yourself. Whichever you decide is just a bonus. It's the cherry on top, whichever decision you make. Okay, the advice, the Two of Wands. This is a really sucky advice card. I'm so sorry. It's just basically saying this, you have this decision to make and you're the one that has to make it. It's basically reiterating exactly what I just said with that portal card. I'm really sorry. I will pull clarifiers on that card because that's really not providing you very much information. It's essentially saying you can stick with what you know or you can embrace a new adventure. Both options are great. You can choose whichever path you want to take. I'm so sorry, Gemini. I will pull clarifiers on that one for you. Your external factors, yes, you have the Nine of Swords. This is a card of stress and worry and anxiety. Because it's in your external factors, I feel like you're going to have a lot of voices coming in that are just going to stress you out. There's going to be a lot of opinions around you, and it's not going to help your state of mind and your ability to make decisions and quiet your inner turmoil at Tower. So as much as you can, try to either avoid the conversations that are going to stress you out, or if that doesn't work, try to avoid the people that are causing this stress, just until you gain the clarity that you need. Because remember, this decision is up to you. You're not going to be able to get any clear advice from the people around you, because it really is down to what your heart is wanting. And the more you get pummeled by everyone's opinions, the less you'll be able to tune into that third eye vision to get clarity on this, to hear that quiet, intuitive voice. That's a pretty clear message, that Nine of Swords. It's much less ambiguous and it's much more useful than that Two of Wands energy. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. I really like that. It's kind of funny. It's basically just saying that what you're hoping for, what you're really wanting. I've got that old saying, like, you want to have your cake and eat it too. You just want everything to be exactly as you want it. You want it all to just be perfect. It's not quite the have your cake and eat it too. It's not that sense of greediness or selfishness that I sometimes associate with that saying. It's more of a case of you wanting that sense of balance and groundedness, security and comfort without the chaos that's been brought in. But it's also you wanting something that is fulfilling. So if this new thing that's coming in is going to bring that fulfillment, then it's not something you want to block. I can feel the confusion in you. You're wanting this groundedness. So wherever you can, take time to ground yourself. That Queen of Pentacles in that position tells me that if you can take time in nature, take time for yourself to meditate, walk on the grass barefoot, it's a really good grounding exercise, very simple. Or if you're into crystals, find the crystals that help you ground. Anything that just brings you into your body. Eat some yummy food. Chocolates or warming foods will help ground you. Something that makes your belly feel warm and happy. That also helps really ground you. And it provides that comfort in a physical way that can help you reconnect with your heart and get out of your head a bit. Just takes the energy out of your head and brings it down into your belly. And then from there, you can raise it to your heart space and figure out what your heart actually wants from this situation. Just hopefully a little bit of advice there that might help you get into a space where you can actually get some clarity on this. But honestly, this is all looking really good. Like whatever this is that's coming in, it's as good as the situation that you've already created for yourself. So I feel like whatever you decide, it's going to be right for you. You just need to figure out what it is you want. The Knight of Cups in your outcome is really sweet. It's the potential of a connection being made, of a love offer, of a possibility of... What I got was riding off into the sunset. What I'm feeling is that you are going to follow your heart. You're going to ride off into the sunset. I don't know, that's the image that I got. I'm going to pull clarifiers on him as well because that's really interesting. It's a very sweet, gentle energy. It's like the end of a movie that you get, that whole riding off into the sunset, where the movie part has ended, but you know their story continues. There's something on the horizon for them. But it's like this is a sweet, gentle ending to the drama of this story that's kind of mostly been playing out within you, within your head, because you've been getting in your head about it. It feels like a really nice conclusion to this. But I do need to say that for some of you, it may not be the final decision. It might be just that you've found a way to connect back in with your heart, to keep yourself moving forward and looking forward with hope and optimism towards your future. And that helps you reclaim your vision, your intuition, so that you can actually eventually make this decision. So whether or not you do come to a point of making the decision at the end of November, you are going to get to a space of reconnection with your heart. So you'll be in a better situation internally to decide what you want to do. And then when you move into December, you'll hopefully be able to start taking action one way or the other, either letting this go, this new opportunity coming in, letting it go, or integrating it in some way into your life. So it feels like this is kind of going to be a bit of a flash in the pan. It's just going to be a little stressful as you're going through it, but you'll be fine. You'll manage it beautifully. All right, let me pull clarifiers. So what I feel I need to pull on, I'm going to pull on the Lovers and the Tower in the heart of your spread because they're key to this story, obviously. There's something that's coming in for you. I just want to see if I can get any more information for you. I'm going to pull on the Two of Wands to get you some more advice. And then I want to pull on that Knight of Cups to see if I can get any more info about what you might be heading for. Because he's facing away from this story. You're going to be moving away from this, especially that Nine of Swords. You're going to be moving away from the mental energy and stress and towards your heart with that beautiful cup there. Okay, we've got... Remember I talked about the Four of Cups? This just flipped out. Okay, that's really interesting. So some of you may actually have got to a place of feeling a little bit discontented, a little bit bored with the comfort and security that you had recently. Or you may have just had the faintest thought in your head that, what if I get bored with this? And the universe has responded and brought in this angel and this tower. Said, well, okay, why don't we give you a new option just in case you might get bored? We can provide you with something new to consider, and it's obviously going to shake you up quite a bit. It's really funny. Oh, we've got the Nine of Wands. All right, that's an interesting one. I might just wait till we get the next card before I read that. It's obviously the Wounded Warrior card. Okay, I've picked up what it is. Oh, wow, okay, interesting. The Three of Swords just flipped out. These are really interesting energies. So what I got when the Nine of Wands came out was that this new opportunity was just giving you a chance to step away from the situation, to have a look at whether you want to keep going with it or take this new path, take a new portal. It's a chance to rest, to regain your energy. And often when we get that Nine of Wands, it's an opportunity to recalibrate. So you can decide if you want to keep going with what you've got or if you want to take a new path. The Three of Swords, honestly, I'm just getting this connected with this tower because I'm drawing on both of those center cards, the Lovers and the Tower. I apologize for the birds, by the way. They've been really loud the last few days. We've had a lot of storms. They're wild birds, so there's nothing I can do about them, but they're blessing the reading for you, Gemini. So this Three of Swords feels like it's connected with this tower. It just feels like it's really going to hit you. The Tower is very much a catastrophizing card in that position. And catastrophes can be really, really big. And when they're internal, they can feel like grief, like deep, deep grief or heartbreak. And because this is about something new coming in, I feel like it's going to stir up old stuff in you. It's going to stir up old fears, old wounds. Like if this was a new relationship, it's like it's going to drag you back into all of the difficulties you had in your last relationship. It's that kind of energy, which is why this tower is here. It's why that energy is so intense. For whatever this beautiful, beautiful Lovers card is bringing in for you, it's such a lovely thing that's coming your way. And it is something that you kind of maybe right in the back of your consciousness kind of invited in because of some sense of faint feeling of boredom. This is giving you an opportunity to step away from your life and have a look at it to see if you want to bring it in, but it's stirring up old stuff in you, old baggage that's in the depths of your being, and it's pierced your heart. So even if you don't accept this new path, if you don't step through this doorway, this portal, use this opportunity, treat it like an opportunity to heal old wounds, to heal old grief. I feel like this new person, this new situation, this new opportunity that's being brought into your world by those angels, by the universe, by your higher self, I feel like it's been brought in because it is an opportunity to heal these old wounds. Whether or not you take it is almost irrelevant. And that's what I was getting that whole time. I was feeling that with this portal energy. You decide rewards, wild card. It is a wild card. It's almost irrelevant which decision you make. Just by being in the situation, it's going to give you the opportunity to heal these old wounds. And you're going to be so much stronger and more resilient as a result. But the reason it's coming in now is because you've already built yourself up to this incredible position. You've worked really hard to be strong and resilient and put yourself in this position of that Knight of Pentacles energy. So you have the strength to go through this right now. Just know that the only reason you're being put through this is because you're strong enough to deal with it. Be kind and gentle with yourself. And as this comes in, use that Nine of Wands energy whenever you need to. Take time out to just nurture yourself before going back in to deal with it again. It's a pretty clear message. Once I picked up on it, once I got to tune into it, it's like it didn't want to be seen, because it is hard. When grief is old and deep, it doesn't like being seen. It's been buried for a reason, but it does feel like this is coming to the surface now because of whatever's being stirred up in you with this new option coming your way. So do look after yourself and take time out when you need to recover your energies while you're treating these inner wounds. All right, there's Two of Wands. Let's have a look. Okay, we got the Three of Cups. Nice. That's the Three Fates. It's also a sense of fun, being social, having a bit of play. We've got the King of Cups. Wow. And we have Justice. Amazing. Right. So this is your advice. Remember, this is your advice position. It's clarifying this Two of Wands. We now know that there's something deeper going on with that Three of Swords energy. But what these cards are asking you to do is to let yourself have a bit of fun with this. As challenging as it may be and as painful as it may be at times for you to try and deal with these old wounds, this is asking, it's Three of Cups, is asking you to have a bit of fun with the journey, with the adventure, with this decision that you have to make. Let it be something fun, because there is so much beauty around this with that beautiful Lovers card. There's a lot of love here. Find that love with that King of Cups. He is so full of joy, this particular king. He's dancing barefoot in the sand, calling through his conch across the ocean, unmindful of the storm. He's loving the storm. It's part of the adventure. That's kind of what this is asking you to do, to treat this as an adventure, as something to play in, enjoy the energy that this is bringing to you, and you'll eventually find your balance. The Justice is about justice being served, obviously, but it's mainly about finding the balance, allowing balance to be restored. And I feel like this is wanting you to bring your heart back in. You've got a lot of swords, so there's a lot of thought stuff going on. The Two of Wands is about where you're directing your energy. It's where you're focusing your energy. And it's asking, these three clarifiers are asking you to balance out this decision by bringing your heart, bringing a sense of joy and fun and play back into the situation, because that will bring this balance with this Justice card. It's balancing these swords with these cups, the mental stuff with the emotional stuff. I mean, that's pretty clear. It was pretty much what I'd sort of already been saying. You don't want to get stuck in your head. And whenever we get stuck in our head, the best way to get out of our head is to get back into our heart. And I was getting that with that Queen of Pentacles, to ground yourself, bring your energy back down into your belly, and then lift it into that heart space. So that's what this Justice is asking you to do, just to balance these two energies. It'll help you move more easily towards that Knight of Cups, and it will get you out of that Nine of Swords energy when it starts coming in from all of the people around you, from your external factors. Okay, I was just starting to shuffle for the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups just flipped over. Amazing. You are going to be in a really good emotional space when you get to the end of this month. That's amazing. There's so much joy in that Ten of Cups card. That sense of emotional fulfillment and joy. This is a much nicer energy than this Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is incredible, and you so earned your place there, but there were no cups here. You had the strength, you had the Eight of Pentacles working really hard, the Nine of Pentacles, then the Ten of Pentacles. It's all really fabulous material world energy. There's a lot of grounding, a lot of satisfaction in your material life, but there were no cups. There was no emotional satisfaction. There was joy. But this Ten of Cups, that Knight of Cups, they're bringing in this emotional component, this sense of emotional fulfillment and love back in. That's why these two appeared with that Two of Wands. It's trying to ask you to bring your heart back into it, to bring your sense of play and joy and love back into it. And that will balance things out and you'll be so much happier. This just brings happiness in with the satisfaction that you had earlier. Love it. Oh, there we go. Got the Four of Swords. Nice. Instead of asking you anything, I feel that Four of Swords is promising that you'll reach a state of calm and balance, and you'll reclaim that sense of being able to hear those intuitive voices and trusting your third eye vision, hearing that intuition again. The Four of Swords is normally a card of meditation, asking you to go quiet and still and be receptive to the higher wisdom. But I feel like what this is saying is that when you embrace this emotional fulfillment and keep your heart open to the possibilities that are coming your way, you'll naturally fall into this state of open receptivity and you'll be able to hear that intuitive voice again. It's just such a peaceful, chilled out vibe in that Four of Swords. His bow has been lowered. The defenses are no longer up. And because of that, you're not going to get caught in that mental energy. That catastrophizing is really going to ease by the time you get to the end of November. The other card that flipped out was the Eight of Pentacles. That is coming to the surface from where it was hidden below there. That was sort of where you'd put yourself before. Now this feels like you're going to be in a really beautifully balanced space as you master these skills, as you work towards your future. You're nurturing these pentacles and it's coupled with these cups now. So it's bringing love back into the space, back into the purpose that you've created for yourself. This feels like what I was promising was there for you with that Lovers card in the center that was bringing a sense of disruption to your satisfying world that you created for yourself, to your sense of security. Now you get to have that same sense of security, but with heart, with joy, with passion. This is that cherry on the top. I'm so happy for you, Gemini. What a beautiful outcome for you. Bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Swords. She made an appearance when I was shuffling the other cards. That's pretty awesome. She's got a lot of clarity. Oh, you've got the Two of Cups. That is that two becoming one. The Knight of Wands. This is so beautiful. Going to be in a really good place. I love this. So yes, the Queen of Swords is about intuition coupled with intelligence and clarity and wisdom. I feel like she's promising the same thing that I was picking up with that Four of Swords, that you're going to have the clarity that you need when you get to the end of this month to make whatever decisions still need to be made and to actually heal whatever is being brought up as a result of this decision coming in. Whatever this new opportunity is, you're really going to be able to be in a good space to heal those wounds. And I feel like that's why everything is coming up so beautifully at the end, because your heart's going to be healed. That balance is going to be restored. You're going to be able to have the clarity that you need to make this decision. So great. All right, 3 final message cards for you, Gemini. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. All right, this is just saying you can take your time with all of this. There's no rush here. It's why I wasn't feeling like this decision was actually final at the end. You're going to be so beautifully balanced emotionally, mentally at that point. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to know which decision to make, but you're going to be much better positioned to make the decision. And you can take your time, go nice and slow, figure out all the details, just keep moving forward. The Knight of Pentacles is very, very slow. Oh, wow. Okay. He's the slowest knight in the deck. The Knight of Swords, the fastest knight in the deck. The fact you've got the two opposing energies. Wow. Right. So these are the final messages. This is kind of saying that you're going to have these two energies at play throughout the month. Part of you's going to want to rush in without thinking, and the other part's going to want to slow right down and figure out every step you need to take along the way. Let's see what the third card is to see if that will give any kind of balance or resolution for these two cards. Oh, okay, wow, we've got 2, and it's the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. I'm going to put them in that order because that's the order I saw them. This is what's going to bring balance to these energies. The Knight of Pentacles, very much these two cards pulling you into that position of like trying to hold you in that position of security and comfort and surety in the plan that you've laid out for yourself. The Knight of Swords, reflective of those other swords, that Tower. You kind of want to rush through this, just get through it as quickly as possible. Don't want to think about it, but you've got all these thoughts going on. The way you'll balance that out is by connecting with your heart. You've got the King of Cups twice now. He's so emotionally balanced. You can see he's sitting on those stormy seas and he's completely calm. His cups haven't spilled. He's rock steady through the storms, and that's the way you're going to be able to get through this, by opening your heart up and keeping yourself optimistic. This Page of Cups believes in happy ever after, and that's what that Ten of Cups is bringing in for you at the end. I love this. This is so beautiful, Gemini. What a sweet month you're going to have. It's going to be a little bit challenging, but this Three of Swords coming in there, what that's going to feel like is lancing a wound that's been festering. It's time to lance that wound and let it heal properly. You don't want to band-aid over it any longer. It's time for that to be brought to the surface and properly, deeply healed. And your heart is going to feel so much happier by the end of this. Bottom of the deck for these cards, you have the Four of Wands, which is the beginning of a brand new chapter. Again, this is not telling me which path you need to take, whether you step through a portal or you stick with what you already have, but it is telling me that whatever decision you make, you are embarking on a new chapter. Just by giving you that option, that new possibility, that Lover's card in the center, it's bringing that Three of Swords to the surface, allowing that wound to be healed, and it's allowing you to step through this 1111 gateway to a brand new version of yourself. I love this for you, Gemini. Have an amazing month. Best of luck.